Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be shedding light on what is a journalist. So what is a journalist, you may ask? Without further delay, allow me to demystify the answer to that inquiry right here, right now. Journalists are industry experts in their niche field of expertise, which is journalism. Journalists are highly competent, highly knowledgeable, highly adept individuals. They typically possess stellar journalistic skills. They typically possess robust presentation skills. What do journalists do? Well, they have ample responsibilities to fulfill. They're able to investigate newsworthy stories. They're able to garner information appertaining to newsworthy stories. They're able to present information about newsworthy stories to their target market. News articles of journalists can be found online as well as in magazines and newspapers. They can also report newsworthy stories via broadcasts, videos, and podcasts. They could also publish their newsworthy articles via blogs and websites. Journalists can work in a multitude of disparate capacities. They can work in self-employed capacities, or they can work for media conglomerates, to say the least. Journalists should always ensure that they're never purporting a false narrative. They should ensure that they maintain a meticulous nature and that they report newsworthy stories without any bias. Their newsworthy stories should be devoid of bias, and they should ensure that they are accurate, especially when it comes to reporting the myriad of facts appertaining to their newsworthy stories. They should report their newsworthy stories with the utmost accuracy. They should always maintain their journalistic integrity. It should never be compromised. It should never be abated. It should never be encroached on. It should never be forgone in favor of embellishing a story. The facts should be reported with the utmost accuracy, to say the least. Journalists should make sure that their newsworthy stories are insightful, informative, and digestible. They should accurately report the newsworthy stories to their target market. They can present their newsworthy stories in the form of newsworthy articles, newsworthy videos, newsworthy broadcasts, and newsworthy podcasts. There are an exorbitant amount of options that journalists can exhaust to disseminate, to relay, to furnish their target market with newsworthy stories. So they disseminate newsworthy stories to their target market. They relay newsworthy stories to their target market in a multitude of formats. And they're also able to enlighten their target market. Their newsworthy stories are intriguing, insightful, and meritorious. They furnish their target market with newsworthy stories on a daily basis. I hope that you found this video to be insightful and enthralling. Journalists are indeed industry experts in their niche field of expertise, which is journalism. Their journalistic skills are top-notch. Their journalism knowledge is expansive. Or I should say it is extensive. and their journalism industry work experience is typically substantial. They know how to competently investigate newsworthy stories. They know how to synthesize their findings appertaining to newsworthy stories together in the form of a cohesive, digestible, insightful article, video, podcast, or broadcast. So I hope that you deem this video to be engrossing. Have a blissful day. Goodbye.